Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2018 book by Alice Oseman, I Was Born for This. So this is, I was going to say starring. This has two protagonists. You have Jimmy Kagarichi and you have Angel Fariha. I can never say her last name. I feel like an idiot right now. Rahimi. Angel Rahimi, whose proper Farsi pronunciation of her first name is Fareshte, which means angel in Farsi. So Angel and Jimmy, right? So the story literally goes from Angel to Jimmy, Angel to Jimmy, Angel to Jimmy. Angel is a fangirl of the Ark. Jimmy is one of the members of the boy band, the Ark. So this is all about fandom, and it's about what would you do for the fandom that you're a part of? What level of fan are you? If you actually were to meet these people that you are a fan of, what would that situation be like? How would you help them? If you would help them, would you take advantage of them? So many different things on so many different levels. This reminded me so much of the film American Satan and the subsequent sequel TV series Paradise City. I want to say that's on Amazon Prime. Paradise City, but that was about this band and the fandom that came about with the band, and the movie and the TV show is just absolutely incredible. And this reminded me so much about it the entire time I'm reading it. But it was such a wonderful book because it brought up so many different questions of fandom that if you're not a part of a fandom, you don't really understand it. And this was made for fans. Like it brought so many memories of my different fandom experiences within two different franchises. I'll tell stories, but those are my big fandom stories. So it's neat seeing these characters, eventually have an inadvertent meet at a meet and greet when all chaos breaks, with one of the characters, Rowan, getting hit in the face with a brick. That was just absolute chaos, but it automatically brought me to, different fan events of fans literally hurting the talent. Like I automatically got flashbacks to Christina Grimmie, rest in peace, that she was literally shot at a signing event on a tour, and that's it, no more. And it's just so weird thinking the different mentality of different fans, the different manic fans, the different passive fans, but it's a community. It's described as a religion at some point, something to believe in, something to hope in, that if life is terrible, you have this one positive thing to look forward to. It's just so beautifully explained, and Alice is just such a talent writing. And I've praised her work numerous times with all the book reviews we've talked about, with all of her standalone novels, the novellas, the Heartstopper series. She is just so talented. She genuinely speaks to my soul. She is my soulmate within writing. I just understand everything she writes, and it's just so amazing to me knowing that the third act is when all hell's going to break loose, and it's just a complete dial to 11 from beginning to end of Act 3. And bro, it was so cool. What was so cool again, though, is this: you go from character to character, but it takes place within a week, and the last moments of trying to find Lister lost in the woods, just, I got chills. I got chills still. I know the other books I've talked a lot about the plot points and stuff, but like this, I don't really have to talk about the plot points because it's very straightforward. Fan meets the person she's obsessed with, not intentionally meeting them in the situation that she would have hoped. And the person, Jimmy, who is a gorgeously crafted character. He's trans male. His mom is from India. His dad's from Italy, of Italian descent. So like going through his transition as this boy band member of this threesome of the Ark, stemming from Joan of Arc, but also from Noah and the Ark. It's just so beautiful having these three characters, Rowan, Lister, and Jimmy, together. Their backstory, they're working things out, they're working things together. Lister having a crush on Jimmy throughout. It's just so cool seeing all of this take place. But again, it brings to you think about your own fandom and what show, TV show, what book, what band, what group, what are you obsessed with? What do you idolize? What do you fantasize about? What do you fan over? Two of my fandom events, I was put in I don't know how the hell it came about, but I was invited to a Teen Wolf fan event in 2015 in Manhattan. Me and this friend went, big Teen Wolf fans. I have I had Teen Wolf tattoos on my arm. We went, and it was a fan art event. It wasn't a fan event. It was a fan art event. So different fan art from the fandom was acquired, put in a gallery, and we got to go to this. And we had a not a meet and greet, but it was a Q&A with Tyler Posey, who played Scott McCall in Teen Wolf, who then became an executive producer at that time. So it was very important to see him in action. I asked him a stupid question about Butterfingers or Reese's, which he responded Reese's, of course, because they were a sponsor of Teen Wolf at the time for MTV. It was fun. It was a cute, quick little Q&A, and then we all go to the fan art event, and you meet the artists, and one of them gave me a sticker of this really cool, like, blocked out Derek that she drew. It was just it was so neat. It was so cool. And then, there was a time where there was a quick little meet and greet of Tyler, but there was so many of us that he didn't have time to do it all. So we just took one giant photo and he posted it, and it was so awesome. So then at the end, Jeff Davis, the writer, creator, producer of the show, was sticking around, and he was, just meeting all of us, talking to all of us, taking pictures with all of us. And I took a picture with him with my arm, with the tattoos, which he thought was really cool. And then a lot of people just spread it around Twitter, and then a lot of people, sent that to Tyler, added him at it, and they were like, "Oh, did you see this kid? He's got," again, this was 7 years ago. "Do you see this kid? He's got Teen Wolf tattoos." And he was like, "Oh yeah, he asked me about Butterfingers or Reese's, LOL," or something like that. Still, years later, I still think it's the funniest thing. A true fandom event, a fan art event that I was invited to. So cool. Again, don't remember how I was invited to it, but I remember me and my friend at the time, we went, and her and I, we had a blast. It was so much fun. So much fun. So that was one thing. The other thing was I was very big in the Walking Dead community for a very long time. I'm obsessed with the comic books. I have a tattoo of Lucille right next to my wolf, and then my Teen Wolf tattoos on that side as well. But my little comic book Lucille bat. I put in another fan thing of Walking Dead viewing parties were big back in the day. I don't remember what year this was, 2017 maybe. And so, no, couldn't have had to be way before that. 2013, 2014, I don't know, one of those years. And so I put in a video, just a general fan video of why I, love the Walking Dead fandom, and this was back when the show was good. And so, why we have giant viewing parties, 20 plus people come over every Sunday night and, to watch the show, things, right? So this producer reached out to me, and absolutely love her to death. Still in contact with her, love her family. We talk a lot. She's still incredible. But this is how we originally met. So she had asked if I was interested in throwing a Walking Dead viewing party for a little segment on Talking Dead, which was the talk show that Chris Hardwick would do after Walking Dead back in the day. And so I was like, of course. So it was all planned out. She came, did a walkthrough. We had a plan out what was going to be here and what was going to be there. And I had to set up all the different Walking Dead props and stuff that we had. The studio gave us a lot of posters and stuff to like hang up and like, make sure it was in the shots and things. It was so cool working in our house to do this. And it was a quick little, 20, 30-second segment after, hours of filming, me interviewing different guests throughout the house. It was fun. It was so much fun. It was a Wednesday night or something like that, Tuesday or Wednesday night. A bunch of people just came over to have a Walking Dead viewing party. We didn't actually see an episode, but we still had a party. So we had all the food and we dressed up, and as we always did back then. But it was so cool then seeing it like on screen, all because of a video I sent saying I'm a big Walking Dead fan. So those are my two fandom moments that I remember distinctly. And that's what kept going through my mind while reading this book, that I have been a part of fandoms. I don't care about those fandoms as much as I did back then. Teen Wolf is still very high up there. We did a full segment of reviews within Teen Wolf, reviewing the seasons and stuff. I still have a lot of questions that I did ask numerous times, but I'm excited for the movie that's coming out. Very cool. Walking Dead I have not watched in a very long time because I can't agree with the differences of the books to the film. The drastic differences. Differences are supposed to happen because some things don't translate from page to screen. I get it. But there's a distinct difference between killing a character who's supposed to be alive and keeping a character alive who's supposed to be dead. No. Anyway, while I was reading this book and gushing about Angel and Jimmy and their story back and forth, the difference between what fame does to a person, the difference between what fandom does to a person, I immediately got back into those mindsets of being at those fandom events, filming at our house for a Walking Dead segment, and going to an art gallery to check out Teen Wolf fan art that I was invited to go to. It's just so cool being in a community where people discuss things. Currently, my biggest obsession is Heartstopper, right? Read all the books. I've been binging Alice Osman's books, since I first saw Heartstopper. I've watched it literally once a week for the last X amount of weeks. I think I finished my 10th viewing of Heartstopper. We're going to start our 11th soon. But like, I'm in a lot of groups via Facebook, right? We talk about how our experiences are, how it's changed us, how we wish we had this when we were kids, us older millennial folk or onwards, how lucky Gen Z has it. I mean, it's still rough, but it's much easier compared to when we were young. So it's neat being able to share these experiences with the young folk, because I'm so old, to discuss, to have conversation, to be in a community where you can be yourself and you're not judged for being yourself because you're with people who understand you and your likes. Fandom. It's a lot of times fandom becomes a religion, something to believe in. So it's neat seeing that transition from just a group of people talking about stuff to a group of people believing in stuff. It's very neat watching that. Depending on how you use that belief is different, but it's neat seeing the progression of fandom. So how hard the fandom was for the American Satan film with going into the Paradise City season 1, incredible. But it showed other aspects of fandom. It shows other aspects of fame. It showed other aspects of fandom. This book did the same exact thing. It showed other aspects of fame, and it shows other aspects of fandom. Absolutely loved it. Did not expect to go on a whirlwind adventure of my adventures of my youth, but it happened, and that's what's beneficial about how Alice writes. She writes to you as a human. She doesn't write to you as a number. You have to meet this quota by this date. She doesn't do that. You can tell certain authors do that, but she does not do that. She writes from experience. She does her research. She has all her thanks and acknowledgments at the end. Everybody who helped her, understand certain things about certain fandoms, about Jimmy's transition, going into a deeper male voice, how that affects singing. She does her research, and she's very vocal about it. She's very honest, very open. I'm so excited to read the next book, and I can't wait for more to come. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.